Hello, everyone. Today we are going on a 5 mile, 2.5 out, 2.5 back hike along Taylor Creek. This is in Kolob National Park, which is part of Zion National Park, but lesser known part of Zion National Park. And this is the double arch trail along Taylor Creek Middle Fork. When you come down the trail and you get to the creek, the trail cuts right sharply and heads up along the right side of the creek to begin with. So don't do what I did and just blunder down and across the creek and then wonder where the trail went. The GPS is all screwy up here, so All Trails app was unavailable to navigate, so really can't keep track of exact footstep mileage, but I will assume that when I get to the end I'll know it when I see the double arches. And they're not really true arches like open arches. They're cliffside arches. The hike is also, according to the All Trails app, says that it's 600 and some 620 something or so in elevation gain. Okay, this is looking like the first creek crossing. So you can see the trail on the other side of the creek here. Entering Zion Wilderness. There are a lot of creek crossings, but I've probably gone over a half a dozen so far, but every one I've been able to hop on rocks and haven't got my feet wet, and it's not a huge stream. There's one of the pretty spectacular peaks right there. The terrain is pretty rock free, the trail is, so aside from creek crossing, stream crossing, probably not much worry about ankle twisting. I would guess that I'm about a mile in. I've been dealing with a little bit of low blood sugar this morning. I thought it would come up once I started exercising, but being a little stubborn and staying low, so took a little break, had a little snack. Beautiful hike. Not a ton of people here. This is the hidden gem when it comes to Zion. This cabin is called the Fife Cabin, built in 1930, and part of Utah's cultural heritage. Needs some chinking, doesn't it? And maybe a little bit of roof fixer-upper. I would say that about 80 to 90% of this trail has been in the shade, so even on a hot day, probably have to worry less about getting a sunburn or sunscreen. Here's another cabin. I didn't notice this on the way up, called the Larson Cabin. I would say this is somewhere around about halfway up the trail, and I'm therefore halfway back down the trail, or back to the trailhead. Came from there, going this way. This tree is doing a bit of a dance. Okay, I'm done. Wow. All Trail said it was only 5 miles and 620 feet in elevation gain. It kicked my butt because that's an indication of how out of shape I am. So I started with really low blood sugar. I ate a snack, it came up, but I didn't feel very good that whole hike. So anyway, and when I got up to the end, I realized, oh, I've done this hike before. All right, later.